Today's episode of Heat, Pedal to the Metal, Overcoming First Lap Woes. So going over another Heat, Pedal to the Metal game. This game I got had a really bad first lap on Italia. So I just wanted to review it and go over how the game went here. So alright, so draft is here. Got a bonus slipstream, but it's not in play. Free boost, an extra slipstream here, and a slow corner up here on this 2, which is really terrible. Every time this happens, it's not great for anybody. So when I see that, I at least want to get something to hopefully increase speed limit. But I'm drafting third, so there's nothing here anyways that would help me. So obviously the four-wheel drive won't be there. Somebody's got to take the wings, but that doesn't help you on this corner because you'd have to move 6 and the speed limit's increased to 4, so you're burning 2 heat. 4 heat, right? Because you have to pay 2 here and then 2 more here, right? It's not a very good card for this track, I think, unless you're like trying to like come through here and get all the way to the line, you know. So Nagy, who's pretty good racer, like really good racer, is first to draft. They take the air intake, which, you know, pretty good idea. If you can get it right off the bat, you can get your heat out of your discard right away because of the track conditions. You know, put 3 heat in your discard pile. Okay, Rantoon. Really what I want is one of these slipstreams. That's what I'm really looking for. Take the four-wheel drive like we thought. Now it's my turn. Take the gas pedal. Wow, that's strange. Maybe I thought I'd get one of these on the return. I'd rather get the gas pedal first. 1-3 brake and a cooling system. But I still have my choices of these slipstreams. So I take the 2 RPM. It's much more manageable on this corner. Rantoon takes the 3 RPM, and then I take Nagy takes the 6 body. So Nagy's got both cooldown and a big movement card. It's a pretty good setup for them, but the second round of the draft comes, and this is here, but Svedmyra doesn't take it. So you know I'm going to take it. Like, don't leave that card there for me. I can get rid of that 2 gas pedal. And then I would like to get one of these tires. I think that would probably be the best thing for me. Air intakes taken. Nagy takes a 4 cooling system into 3 body. So now they have 2 cooldowns in a long movement card. But they don't really have like anything to help deal with these corners at all, right? Right here. So this corner is a beast. It's when you have a 1-speed corner, it just holds everybody up. So I get my tires, and Svedmyra takes tires too. Okay. Gonna discard the 2 gas pedal, obviously. It's not that great. Why I took that first, I don't know. So I get to move 9. I'm just going to stay here, obviously, because I can't slipstream, but I like being not first through this corner. Legend car, it comes up behind everybody. I'd prefer it to have been in front of us, but what can you do? Rantoon is going to, I think they slipstream everybody. Nagy does slipstream everybody, so now I'm in 4th place. So I can be a little bit more flexible with my movement. I could have went 4 spaces and been okay, but I wanted to save the ones for up here. So obviously we're going to need them. Rantoon goes the typical 5, not 6 like most people do. This is just going the speed limit here. I can understand why with this lack of heat, but you're setting yourself up for being slipstreamed by everybody, so you have to think about that. So we're all in position to get into this turn. The problem is that we're going to have to probably spend heat to get through it. So it's not ideal. I didn't trust Nagy to just go 2. So I'm going to spend all my heat. This is where I get a little bit messed up. Because I'm out of heat already, so. But I felt like I needed to get through there. And 2 goes 4. But they had extra heat because they were able to cool down with their cooling system, air intake, I should say. So they actually had an extra heat or 2 to spend. Svedmyra just gets through this corner already. I have no heat, so I can't do that. So I got stuck with too many cards in my hand. Like, I think what happened here was I wanted to get these out of my hand, and I had miscalculated what was in my draw pile. So I'm going to crash here. I tend not to do this too often anymore, but yeah, so that wasn't the greatest play, is what I'm saying. So now I'm here at the end. I had 0 heat, luckily, so it didn't hurt me that bad. I just get an extra stress in my deck, which isn't the worst thing because of this gas pedal, but I would have much rather have not crashed there, so. So obviously we're a turn behind, but opponents are going to zip pretty far ahead here. Not much we can do about it. I'm just going to go into first gear because I don't have much of a stay in first gear. I don't have much of a choice there. But I do have a bunch of boosts here, right? If I could just get into if I could just get into third or fourth gear. Problem is I have no heat to upshift, so Nagy uses their adrenaline to get through, which is a pretty good move there. Because right now you can't afford to be stuck here, or you're pretty much out of it. So they play 2 1s and adrenaline. See, Rantoon's way up here, and we're all way back here already, so so I think I just play these 2 to go in second because there's not much else I can do. So it's a free boost, which is helping everybody. So it wasn't the worst thing ever. I went 10, so. Now this is a good position for me because now I'm in 4th place. I can cool down. I can use adrenaline, which I really need right now because I have no heat. I need to cool down something somehow. And I'm loaded up for my gas pedal on top of it. The only problem I have is I've used up 3 of my big cards already, so and here's a 4th one, so I don't know what I'm really going to get there. But Nagy's already caught up with Rantoon, so and they have heat, which is like pretty good for them. Nobody else has very much, except for Sved has 2, I guess, you know. Okay, I get a 4, a 1, and a 1. Like I said, not a great start to this race here. I get a 2, then I gas pedal for 5, basically. So I'm way back here. Pretty decent draw. I get another 4 here. Everybody's going to get through this corner. At least Rantoons and Sved. And I think even Nagy gets through it. So, because he's in striking distance, obviously. So, this looks pretty bleak. Nagy takes a huge risk there. Went 5 and drew stress, so they must have had their deck counted down to the card to be pretty confident they could pay for any heat for over, you know, going too fast there. And I'm just trying to get close to them now because I know there's no way Sved can get through this corner. easily. So if I can get through here, you know, pretty far, then I can worry about trying to catch up to the rest of them. So, but Sved does get through it. Let me just stop this real quick. Show you what they did here, right? So they just played a 4, which would cost them 3 to get through here, right? So they move 4 spaces. They get 3 cooldowns. They cool down 3 heat. They pay 3 heat. Then they discard and get 4 more cards. So that maneuver there, you have to, like, sometimes people don't take into account people just going into first gear. They're like, oh, they don't have enough heat to do something, but then they'll downshift. Wow, red crashed here, right? And they super cooled before crashing, which you should not do. Like, see, they cooled down all their heat before they crashed, right? So if you know you're going to crash, don't cool down your heat, leave it in your hand, because unless your hand is so bad that you're going to have all heat in it. But even then, it's probably better just to have 1 movement card and all heat, and just, you're in first gear again. Play 1 card, cool down everything, and then go from there. But so I'm feeling much better now about my chances of catching up here after that crash. So I just need to get close to people, right? And that's what's happening right here. I have 3 heat again. I'm going to cool down 2 more. I have a lot of heat. I'm going to spend an adrenaline, then slipstream. My next play is basically just on feeling right now. Wait, what happened to me? Did I not slipstream? I thought I slipstreamed there. Let me go back here. I did not slipstream. That's an interesting decision. I felt like Rantoons wasn't going to go fast enough. You know, maybe only play a 1 so you didn't have to spend heat. Maybe that's what I was thinking. They go 2. The good thing is that I'm in 4th place still. So I can just use my adrenaline to get through the corner. So I think this is the pivotal move here to help me start getting caught up here. Because cool down 1, use my adrenaline, cost me 2 heat, and then I can slipstream, and I'm almost caught up with Sved. So after a disastrous first lap, I crashed and I had that bad straightaway. I'm now back in the mix of things. So I've seen people like get hung up. Excuse me here. Get hung up when they crash. They get dejected, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm out of the race. I'm out of the race." You know, you're not out of the race until the race is over, you know, or somebody's 2 corners ahead of you. Like if they're 2 corners ahead of you, it's kind of hard to get caught up unless you have like a good place to do like a double corner. And this track, unfortunately, there's not. So Unfortunately for Antunes, they're kind of like stuck. I guess they could slipstream and spend all their heat, which they could do, yeah. That's what they'll probably do here. But this is almost like resetting the game since we're all together again, so we've all made it through that corner. I have my gas pedal, but only one stress. But I have 3/4, so I'm just going to play that. There's no reason to play this stress right now. And the one, why play the one at that point? I'll just discard it. So Nagy goes 13. They get the boost, of course, because free boost. Everybody's boosting. Rantoons goes pretty far themselves. Play my 3/4s. Boost, adrenaline, then slipstream. Get rid of the one. Now this is much better for using my gas pedal, so now's the time to do it. Not the best. I do flip a 4. It gets me within range of the corner, right? And look at that, what I scrapped there. That was terrible. Luckily, I was able to reshuffle my deck, but so right now, me and Nagy are going head to head here. They're a little bit further ahead than I am, just because that slipstream, but I have a fresh deck. Kind of know what's in there. Finally got my tires. First time of the whole race. Nagy's trying to stay ahead by going 6. I also want to go 6. So I can at least get across the line. I'll pay the heat, no problem. Rantoon goes 8. And then slipstreams but crashes because they didn't have enough heat. So that's 2 crashes for Rantoons. So 3 total crashes in this race so far. Nagy gets to align, so that's what I want to do also. Except I don't have very good cards to do that, so I had to use my 2 stress. And I boost. Get a 4. So I lucked out there. Now I got my tires again, finally. Haven't really had them for this corner, which is the whole reason why I got them. So I can go 2 here, or I can go 3. Hope Nagy goes 3. They have the heat for it. Forget what I do here. I think I'd take a chance. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, I just played my RPM. So much for using that tire in this corner. So I paid the 1 extra heat and then I slipstream 4. So now I'm in striking distance of this corner, and I got a tire, so I can go 1 extra to try to fend off anybody. Don't want anybody trying to slipstream me through the corner, so but Svet is really pushing it here on me. Unfortunately for Ratoons, they've crashed 1 too many times and are stuck now. They at least got their heat back, I guess. But so I go 5 just to be a jerk, thinking that this was going to like make it so that nobody could catch up to me. I'm in 3rd gear now, so I don't have to spend a heat to upshift. I don't have to spend a heat to boost, so I guess I could spend a few heat, right, on this corner here. Unfortunately, Svet goes in the 3rd gear, or it goes 3, which isn't going to really help them. They had no heat. The problem is they're giving Nagy a free, like, pass to get through this corner, you know. So I would have preferred that they didn't do that, but Nagy just went on their own through the corner. So yeah, when I see this at the end, I'm like, why do that? You're just letting them slipstream you. Like, either get through the corner if you can, or don't go to the line, right? Nagy's good enough to understand, though, that on this last corner, if you have the heat, don't take any chances, you know. So we're both in 3rd gear. I have my gas pedal. I have 3 stress and a 4. We're going to play those when I get to my turn. So I'm only moving 10, unfortunately. But I'll boost. Maybe if the game wants to go. Get a 4 with that boost. Play the gas pedal. And move 4. Not the greatest draw at the end, but I do got a free boost, so Nagy's just in range to make me nervous with this hand that I have, because I'm only moving 9, which will put me at 6 and a boost, so it's not ideal. At least I have a full deck here, so there's a chance I can get a 4, but I can also get a 1 pretty easily. Okay. Rantoons has fought their way back even after those 2 crashes. So, like, kudos for them, you know. Considering they crashed twice and they're still keeping up with Sved. So, here's the move. There's the boost. I get a 4. That's all I can do. Nagy gets across. That's all they can do. Okay, so now it's a question of who comes in 3rd and 4th here. Like I said, I really give Rantoons credit for sticking in there. Like, if you're playing Arena and you're doing poorly in a race, but you can then come in 3rd after being so far behind everybody and crashing twice, that's a hell of a job. So them being in this position alone is pretty impressive. I forget where they come in. They might come in 3rd. Really depends on what they drew here, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. So there's the end of the race here. Just gotta wait for the legend card to zip through here. Now this is a game I played on my live stream on Saturday, so if you want to see my thoughts as the game was going on compared to reacting to it later, you can always go to my live streams on my YouTube channel and check it out there. But yeah, this was a tough first lap, you know, crashing, getting far behind in the straightaway, you know, but you know, there are 3 laps in this race for a reason, and it actually helps you out. Now there's another track that has 3 laps, which is the Mexico track, and it having 3 laps is like a slog. It's really not that fun for me. I've played it 3 times now, and I've not had an enjoyable time any time I've played on that map. But you know, maybe I just need to play it more. But so if you like this content, please, you know, subscribe and like my videos. It really helps me out, trying to build up a community here. So the more people I can get subscribed, the better. And until next time, have a nice day.